This week, there's a Reserve Bank interest rate decision, which universally is expected to be on hold. But at some stage, the Reserve Bank, again, is going to continue to cut rates. There's going to be a series of rate cuts you'd imagine coming. But the point is, we're also going to hear from the Reserve Bank governor their attitude towards not just the budget, but the budget reply as well.
Yeah. No, we've got a few important issues to deal with this week. One, this is the new board. What will they do? I think it's going to be a firm hold. 9-2 will be the 7-2 will be the vote. I think there'll be a couple of rate cut callers in there. It'll be an interesting dynamic for the Australian market to deal with, and a bit of second guessing who those people are. But really, I think this this election changes everything for the RBA. No matter what happens, they move from a very politically sensitive time of the political cycle to one of freedom. And I don't think whatever happens in the budget, the RBA is going to get on with it. So I don't think you should be penciling in a whole series of rate cuts. We might get them, I don't know. But I can also put a very plausible case why they're not moving anything in the next 6 months.
All right, I'll go back again, Stephen, and that is just in regards to that, where does that go with the Reserve Bank? Because it's got a very sensitive change about looking at Labor and Labor stats right now.
Yeah, so I think the way to think about the RBA at the moment is the uncertainty bands have widened over the past 6 months, really. I mean, it's very difficult to predict what the terminal interest rate is, right? So we know they've cut once. The question is, how many more times do they cut? Bullock has said the market is overstating the degree of rate cuts that are coming down the pipe, and maybe there's only two or maximum three left to go until they stop, which is not a lot of rate relief given where rates are. But I would push towards this question of kind of global uncertainty, right? We have a genuine, I mean, I'm sitting in Washington, D.C. of all places. So, I go to kids' birthday parties and talk to the parents of kids who work for the Justice Department or the EPA. They're all getting fired. There's sort of massive uncertainty in the US economy. Trump just put 25% taxes on all auto imports, which is just extraordinary. So, the degree of policy uncertainty in the US, the way that will flow through to investment, through to economic growth, inflation, how that will spill over to other countries, including Australia, China, all across the world, that is just creating massive uncertainty. So any rate better that has a strong, confidence about the trajectory of interest rates going forward, I think is mistaken.
Tell you what, Stephen Hamilton, and to also Warren Hogan here in the studio, many thanks for your time today and for your analysis.